Welcome to the GMAP Broadcast Network. I'm Pastor Kevin, feeling good, music sounding blessed. Something on your mind, you want to get on the prayer line, you want to make a special dedication and or request, you're always welcome to give me a call. All right, 847-744-2000, 847-744-2000, GMAP Broadcast Network. We are a live streaming gospel radio, television, broadcast network, global media ministry. Hold on, let me see if this phone.
Hello.
Well, good morning to you.
I'm just like a radio DJ,
Good
a radio personality.
Come on, man. You know, let me since you put me out there like that, let me put my radio voice on. Yeah. Well, good morning to you, man.
Hey, let me know too if for some reason that you cannot hear me or the connection is bad. It should be good, but just let me know.
Man, I hear you just fine, and
okay.
I you know what? With no further ado, I'm going to let you know, and I want the world to know that I hear you fine. So with that being said, I couldn't even call you this morning and act out the IRS or nobody because you already knew who. You know, I was going to try to play and say, IRS calling, and it just didn't work.
I don't have any issues with IRS call regarding.
Well, I might have been able to tell you, man, we finna bless you with $1 million because we just owe it to you, but I guess that ain't gonna work either. So
Work with IRS.
with that, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, we thank God for your presence here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. We're honored, privileged, and we are blessed present to others this awesome man of God who is doing big things around the world. I tell you what, we are blessed that he is a part of our global media ministry, our broadcast network family. I want you to do me a favor and put your hands together and let's welcome Durand.
Heaven is high. Yes, sir. How you doing? Good morning.
Man, God bless you, and God bless you, man. We appreciate your time this morning, and, man, before I even go forward, man, I want you to make sure that you send my love out to your lovely wife, man, who is very, very instrumental. She's she's very speedy, by the way. You better keep up with her. I just want to throw
I have to. I got to put on my motorboat when I'm around her. Put on my motor shoes.
Not the motorboat, no. Not,
yes, sir.
You say the motorboat, boy. You can't keep up.
Venus Gist is on top. She's my personal manager. Yeah. She's my wife.
Yeah.
She's the love of my life.
Amen.
She is. She is. Yes, sir.
And you know what, man? I want to make sure that I start using that. So don't trademark that until I start using it too. All right. So the she is, that works for me. All right. She is. That's it. You don't need to say anything else. She is. Yeah. And man, oh man, that's a powerful statement in itself, man. So with that being said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Durand Gist, and of course, he is one of our featured artists. He is a part of that awesome gospel artist spotlight roster that we have currently. And man, with no further ado, why don't you do me a favor this morning? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people? Tell them who you are, tell them where you're from, and then we're going to dive in and talk a little bit about this current project and this current single.
Yes, sir. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Praise the Lord. My name is, as Pastor said, my name is Durand Gist. I am from California by way of the San Francisco Bay Area, actually born in Los Angeles, California. Grew up there a little bit, came to here to Northern California is where I really grew up, and life became mine and my family. We were, and when I say my family, I'm speaking of my mom, dad, and my siblings. Grew up here in the San Francisco Bay Area and actually in Berkeley, California. This is where I am right now in California. Yes, sir, in San Francisco Bay Area.
California. Well, we're going to make sure we connect you with our partners up there in California, RRCBN TV, which stands for Rhema Revelations Christian Broadcasting Network. We have their friendship, partnership, and networking capabilities out there in California. And we want to make sure that you continue to connect with them so we can do what God has instructed us to do. Man, I want to dive right in this morning, and I want to talk about him. You know, that's a really unique statement. I want to talk about him and how we can go so many different ways. But that particular single that you have been blessed to provide to God's people around the world had to come from somewhere. Was it a personal experience? Was it something that God placed on your heart, in your spirit? Let's talk about that. How did that particular single come about?
Well, believe it or not, this particular song came to me as a 18-year-old youth.
Wow.
And I'm 19 now. Yeah, right. No, but seriously, it came to me when I was 18. However, when it came to me at that time, it wasn't right. It just wasn't right. Okay. But the Lord planted it. He planted it in me at that time. I did some work on it. I put it on the shelf. It stayed with me over years. It just stayed with me. And then as I was in my whole musical journey, it kept coming back to me. It kept coming back. And then one day I was praying to the Lord, and then I said, Lord, I need this. In fact, I was in secular music at one time, so let me make that statement. So I was in secular music. So I was praying to the Lord anyway in my secular music mode and said, Lord, I need a hit record.
Yeah.
And the Lord said to me, well, I gave you one.
Wow.
I gave you one a while back.
Wow.
I gave you one. And that kept coming back to me. I gave you one. And I'm like, he gave me one. He gave me one. And then as I thought about it, it came to mind. That song came back to me. And let me tell you this. It still wasn't ready. The song was not ready. I was toying around with it as an artist, and then I'm an instrumentalist too, so I play guitar, keyboard, vocals, and I kept toying around with it, and it just wasn't right. I came back to the Lord. Lord said, no, not yet. But he said one thing. He told me, he says, I have plenty of time, son. I have plenty of time. So when you're ready and when it's ready, you'll know, and I'll approve it.
Wow.
And just many years went past, and it finally things started coming together. It just literally came together. I prayed about it, and it started coming together. I'm telling you, it came together.
Yeah. Wow. I'm amazed because, believe it or not, I have been playing this for quite some time. And
yes,
it amazes me, how I have been able to finally connect with you, because I was always wondering, when am I going to be able to really get this young man on our show, because this song is really, really something that is blessing God's people around the world. And I have been blessed by it. And finally, we were able to connect. And I believe that God does have a plan in his time. In his time.
Yes.
And I have really, believe it or not, Durand, I have been playing this particular single, man, for, at least the last 7-8 months.
Wow.
At least. It has been I'm not really sure exactly how long, but it has been in our rotation for quite a while. But now it's being elevated, and it's almost like it just came to me yesterday. And it's, oh my God. So with that being said, man, now is this particular single, is it a part of a project? Do you have more to come, or is there a bigger project out there for people to really reach out and grab and have and make it part of their archives?
Yes, it is, sir. In fact, we've been in negotiations and I should say more so conversation with individuals. In fact, we just came back from Nashville. Oh man, what a great trip we had in Nashville to really to God, well, God took us there because we had no idea that's where we were going. And in many conversations, we are in the process of continuing the project and building up, putting together the whole entire record for 2019. It looks like sometime in 2019 we will be putting the project out.
Wow.
But again, let me say real quick, Kevin, sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Nashville was incredible. I never thought I would like Nashville. I'm an old California boy, born and raised, but we were really blessed by the people of Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
I just have to say that.
Now, you were in Nashville for what reason now?
We were in Nashville because we were invited to be a part of the Bobby Jones Showcase, which airs, I believe it airs, I'm not sure even when it airs, but they'll let us know. But anyway, he is, Bobby Jones. You know who Bobby Jones is, I'm sure.
You know what?
People know who Bobby Jones is.
Yeah.
They call him the Gospel Ed Sullivan. Those who know Ed Sullivan, that goes a little while back.
Well, you telling her, talking about you 19. You didn't told it now.
Oh, well.
Yeah, because if we know Ed Sullivan, boy, we've been around for a while.
Been around, yes, sir.
Yeah, I can see the kids now trying to Google Ed Sullivan. I can see.
Yeah.
Oh, you done told it. Now 19 is out the window, man. You had it going for a minute, but you done messed up now. Wow.
Praise God anyhow, right? Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what? That is outstanding, man, and congratulations for that. I have been blessed to be connected to quite a few people that has been a part of the Bobby Jones program, and his entire concept has been off the chain. And, someone told me that they seen or saw, I don't know how you say it in broadcasting world or correct English, but they were able to see you there at the Bobby Jones. And it was a young man that I know who is also a part of our broadcast network media ministry family out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Mr. Musgrove. And it's always good to know that you are not just sitting back waiting on opportunity to knock via one avenue. Now, that's important. And I appreciate what you and your wife have done, have given us an opportunity to provide people around the world with your awesome ministry, man. Thank you. Thank you. And I, again, say thank you for allowing us to do that. You didn't have to do it, but you did. If we sit back, I just want to share this with you, Durand. If we sit back and not really connect with people to have our own experiences, we will lose the battle.
Yes, sir. Say that again.
Yes, sir. I mean, if we sit back and allow other people really to dictate our destiny, again, we will lose the battle.
You are so correct.
Man, because a lot of, we have to have our own experiences with people. Because sometimes people will throw off a negative vibe or a negative spirit about someone else before you even have a chance to know who they are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm grateful because when I first started researching you, they didn't give me a negative vibe about you, but they gave me a negative vibe about the individuals who was promoting you. And that's it was because of envy. It wasn't because they had a bad experience.
Wow. Well, let me say this real quick. And in fact, I want to give a shout out to, and I don't know what the negativity was or who it was.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
There was an individual. There's been people in our party that we've lined up with that I want to say very quickly, Miss Vernice Watson. I'm not sure if you know her or not.
Man, please.
She's with the artist company.
Yes.
And she is one of the great persons who's been spearheading my direction.
You know what? I've been knowing Vernice for a long time. I've been dealing with the artist company for a long time. That's my reason for saying you cannot allow what other people think, do, feel, and say dictate how you respond to individuals.
Amen.
Okay, you can't do it because, see, it could have been something that they personally had dealt with over the years that somehow didn't go their way.
Exactly.
So they decided they decide they want to throw be a part of that crab in the bucket scenario.
Yes.
And we don't go we in the Christian community, that should be a no. That really,
yes, you're
really,
absolutely right.
That
you're
really,
absolutely right. There's no my wife and I always say, just because you're mad at him, that's not going to make me mad at him.
No,
that's between you and him or her.
And that,
don't get it twisted.
It's sad. It's sad, but that's the way the enemy attempts to use people. But nevertheless, I said all that to say this: I don't feed into that sort of thing because I'm like you said earlier, Durand. I haven't always been saved. Okay.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. Praise God.
It's good that God have saved me, but I haven't always been saved.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We know.
I
know
know
how that is.
We know
where that is.
Oh my goodness. And I want to really stress the fact that, ye who have not sinned, cast the first stone.
Oh, no, brother.
We spend so much time trying to downplay, dog out, dishonor, disrespect, and devalue each other. We ain't got time to look in the mirror.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm saying that to say, man, it doesn't matter what people say about anyone. I'm going to draw my own conclusion based on my own experiences. And if I have a bad experience with someone, then that's just an experience I had. It should be a learning experience, but I'm not going to try to throw that nugget out to you because I did. You might have a great experience with someone, the same person I had the bad experience with. So we're going to take that for what it's worth, man. Getting back to you, man, what's your next step? What's your plans? Where does Durand Gist go from here?
Well, right now I'm in the laboratories, which I call it. We're in the studio. We're working on some new music, and we are also out promoting the single Hymn.
Okay.
We've been invited, as a matter of fact, we've been invited over to the San Francisco Conservatory to do a special project with a few other artists. They're not all Christian artists, gospel artists, but nevertheless they are artists, vocal artists, and we've been able to be on that platform coming up in October. I think that's on first week of October. I don't have the exact date, but that's one of the great things that we're doing. And really, like I said, because of our trip to Tennessee and the persons we've been placed in front of, we are really in negotiations with kind of moving this thing fast forward.
Right.
On a recording project. Putting some musicians together on the performance side, because sometimes I go out solo. I play the guitar, so I can just go out, me and my guitar. We can go out and minister in that form. But a lot of times, you like to have some backing, musicians, and where I'm allowed to be the vocal artist and just the support of the band.
Yeah, just kind of do you.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that, God has given you a vision, a dream, a focus, a priority, a responsibility. And I'm honored to know that you have not just accepted the fact that you've been called, but you are literally being the call. And that's important.
Yeah.
Many are called, but few are chosen. The few that are chosen are the ones that decided to step up to the plate and actually be who they have been called to be. Keep that in mind. Wow, man, that's a word for somebody right there.
Oh, that's a word. That's a big word. That's a big word right there. And I do want to say real quick, also, as I think I told you previously, I am a PK.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir. I am a PK. Grew up in the church, all over the church. In my teenage years, straight away. But when you train up a child in the way he or she should go, we will return right back to where we've been trained up. And
that's right.
Thank you, Lord, for the training up. And I just want to say it's been a blessing. It's been a lesson. It's been good. Life has been, life is, we journey in life, and we hit and miss. We fall short, way short. But God be the glory for His grace and His mercy.
Amen.
I wouldn't be on this track if it wasn't for His mercy.
Man, please.
That's why I say Him.
Yeah.
And the names, and when I say Him, He has so many great names. And I ask people, I say, well, what do you call him? What is he? What is he to you?
Yes.
Who is he to you? What's his name? What is his name? And I don't care which name you choose. Just make sure you call him. Make sure you call him.
That's right.
That's all.
That's right.
Get on your knees or wherever. Stand. I don't stand on your tippy toes.
Yeah. Whatever
Call
the
him.
case. That's right. And man, I appreciate you telling me that. I always say that this journey here on earth is kind of like that journey that Jesus took when he walked down that long road of Golgotha, and he was carrying his cross, and they were hollering and spitting and ridiculing and crucifying him. And man, that was a long journey. But then the Bible tells us to pick up our cross daily. Okay.
Yes.
There's a reason the Bible tells us that. And,
daily.
People need to do their research. I won't get into because I feel like preaching now, so I better hurry up and get,
The word is coming. It's turning on the inside.
Man, I tell you, my stomach bubbling because I got something I want to share and disseminate to the people. But I tell you, I'm going to hold fast. I'm going to hold back. But and it's a blessing to know that, see, people need to understand that we all have to go through something to get where God needs us to be.
That's right.
If you ain't never been through nothing, just keep living.
Just keep living, brother.
Just keep living. And stop devaluing your fellow man because you feel like what they're going through is worse than what you've been through. Stop. Just stop. Okay, so with that being said, Durand, I appreciate your time today. But before we even come to a point of letting you go, I want you to share with the people how they could reach out to you, how they could get a copy of this awesome new video, an awesome new single. I mean, you got a website, email, phone number, social media. Share that information with us if you don't mind.
Okay, sir. Well, first of all, my website is www.durandgift4god.org. Again, www.durandgift4god.org. That is the website. The email is GWD. I got to say these letters clearly. GWD, the number 4, me. And GWD is Gist William Durand. So just so you're so clear, GWD for me at gmail.com. That is the email address. We're on all the social networks, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and the whole family of social networks. Video can be seen on YouTube. You just go to YouTube, type in Durand Gist Him. It's a wonderful video, by the way. Yes, so I pray that individuals take a look at the video. Again, I said iTunes, Spotify, and all the social media that are out there.
I'm gonna have to start having a talk with these guys that I conversate with on the GMAP Broadcast Network. And because, of course, for those that are out there listening and watching right now, it's not that he forgot. He's just overwhelmed with the fact that I didn't act like the IRS when I called him initially. So he's also one of the featured artists on the GMAP Broadcast Network. You can simply visit our broadcast network at gmap1.com and click on featured artists, and there you will see him. Click on that banner. Click on the copy or the picture of him holding his guitar. All right. And of course, it's going to direct you right to the website. I know for a fact that all of the information that you shared with us today is simply information that has been placed and posted on your website, correct?
Correct. sir. And can I share one more thing?
Absolutely.
Before we go, and I just want to share this, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Gerald Albright, world-renowned saxophonist, friend of mine, who gave his gift of playing and put it on the record. So that's Gerald Albright playing saxophone on the record. We love what we're doing together, and he's to the producers, Deion Dobson, vocalist Sue Ann Carwell, and those three persons I mentioned. There's much more, but those three individuals gave so much to the project. So I just really want to shout out to them.
Awesome. Outstanding. Well, we're going to make sure we continue to show our love, care, concern, and support to what you're doing for the kingdom. And we appreciate you on this day. We appreciate your time. Again, I know your wife back there somewhere listening. Just tell her to go ahead and shout, hey!
Hey, you know, say hi.
Hey, praise God. Hi, Pastor.
Hey,
Pastor
God bless
Kevin.
you.
It's
God
been
bless
beautiful.
you. Woo, I tell you what, thank you so much. Now, I want to before I let you go, because I'm gonna conclude today's conversation with airing the video hymn, and but before I let you go, I just want to ask you. I just got to know how was the chicken?
Oh, my God. The hot chicken. You got to have some. You never had it, huh?
I've never had it.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you, it was so good. Last night I Googled up recipes when we got home.
Oh, my
I was like,
goodness.
babe, we're chickened out.
Wow.
I said, but not yet. I got to make it myself.
Oh, my goodness. You know, when I caught you on, that was just so funny. You was getting ready to get you some hot chicken.
And
Wow.
Princess Hot Chicken.
Princess
it was good,
Hot
too.
Chicken,
We went
that's
to two.
good.
We went to Helen's and Princess. So when
Wow.
you're in the Tennessee area, you just have to try it.
Amen.
You know, that's
God
wow, hot
bless.
chicken,
Hot
you
chicken.
know, phenomenal there.
Well, I definitely appreciate you both. Thank you guys so much for your time on today. And, of course, we're going to continue to show our love. We're going to continue to expose the awesome ministry that God has blessed you with. And, of course, stop by, everyone that's out there listening. It doesn't matter from what corner of the world you may be listening from. Stop by the GMAP Broadcast Network. Visit our featured artist, our gospel artist spotlight roster. Click on the picture of Mr. Durand. Did I say that right? Gist.
You got it. Yes,
Gist.
RG, yeah.
Yeah. I
And-
got to make, I've been practicing that. And believe it or not, how I remember is how you told me. It's like Google, Gist. Okay, all right, I got you. All right, so with that being...
and let me just say to you, Pastor Kevin,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
that just thank you for reaching out. This is only God. We don't even know where you came from. It's just everything
Amen.
just kind of, coming
Wow.
one after another, and we just thank you. We thank God. Like my husband thanked Vernice and the many people who just were there to orchestrate this, and things are just fun. Like I said, when God blesses us in abundance, and we're just grateful and thankful, and we can't contain it all, but we're rolling with it.
Amen.
And just God bless you all too in your ministries and what you're doing, and that the power prevail.
Amen. Well, you know what? I believe in my spirit that our destiny was determined before our delivery. So we have to simply press.
Amen. Wow, that's powerful.
Our destiny was determined before our delivery. So really and truly, once we give it to God, it's beyond our control. When we try to take and maintain control of our destiny is when it all gets messed up. So
you got it.
We just got to keep on praying. We got to keep on pressing, keep on praying, and we'll keep on praising Him.
Hallelujah. Amen. It's beautiful.
Hallelujah, brother.
I love you both. I appreciate you both. I want you guys to continue to be blessed. And, of course, thank you guys so much for being a part of our Broadcast Network Global Media Ministry family. We're going to conclude right here and right now by simply blessing the people with Durand Gist with the titled video, Him, right here on The Morning Show. God bless you both. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Blessings
God
to you.
bless you too. Bless
Praise
you.
God.
Amen.
Messiah. Someone's calling him Jehovah. Others call him El Shaddai.